Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to work on Caddy Whacked, the Victor edition.
Ta-da!
Way back when Victor was sourcing parts, he's like, yeah, I want to change the windshield, a few enhancements, etc. So I showed him this windshield. We got to talking about how that would look pretty groovy. I don't know that we're stuck on this one yet. This is the original bronze model. It came off of one of those Auburn kit cars. It's very heavy, it's very bronze, and it's a lot narrower than the Cadillac. See, I started laying some sheet metal here just to have a discussion with him. We have to get some bronze to fill that. Definitely doable. We're not 100% sure that that's the direction we're going to go. Victor brought in a bunch of parts for this, one of them being the dashboard right behind you, and he definitely wants to see that. That's fiberglass. If there's one thing you know about Victor and my collaboration, we're definitely not purists. It's got to be an all-metal car. Everything's got to be just perfect. Nope, we get an idea, and we make it work. I don't know what this is from. Might be one of those 32 Ford fiberglass kit cars. I'm not sure. It's reasonably narrow. It's narrower than the Cadillac, but Victor's like, check it out. We got the portholes for the AC. This car is going to have AC even though it's an open car. It's got this cool dash setup. It's Boyd's.
Oh, he won't got the Boyd.
Got a Boyd's gauge cluster. I don't know what generation of Boyddom that's from. If it's old or collectible or recent. I don't know. No markings otherwise. You'll see the Cadillac dashboard. Pretty worn out. That gauge bezel is probably worth something to someone who's restoring these, so I'm not going to destroy that. I just thought it was neat. In the Art Deco period, everything was just so round and like organic looking, and they have a square speedometer in this car. I don't think I've ever seen a square speedometer, let alone 1930s. So I'm sure it was ultra modern. I am going to cut right through this dashboard and just get it out of the way. This is what we want. Just like that. This is going to screw into place, so we're not going to worry about how this is going to fit up at all regarding the metalwork, etc. We're going to build a structure to support this, and we're going to finish the ends off. I'm also going to weld this cowl piece in place, so whatever we do end up with on the windshield, we'll have something to work on. Okay, so that's where we're at today. Also, I want to thank our sponsor for today's video, Raycon. Raycon's everyday earbuds are made to make your everyday just a little easier. And every time they update the product, like they did recently, they add new features to make them even more easy to use. For example, the everyday earbuds now feature a 32-hour battery life and multi-point connectivity that lets you pair two devices at once. There's also active noise cancellation. Some of the newest features are the quick charge function. That's 10 minutes of charging. It yields 90 minutes of battery. There's an ergonomic design to comfortably fit the widest range of ears, plus optimized gel tips for a cozy custom fit. They are weatherproof and or sweat resistant. Go to buyraycon.com/fullcustomian today to get 20 to 50% off site-wide. That's right, you'll get up to 50% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/fullcustomian. So I made that panel quite a while ago. What we're going to have to do is come up with some structure. We're going to take this whole dashboard out and build something new. I'm going to leave all these gauges, I'm sorry, not gauges. I'm going to leave all these switches hooked up because those are wired for the ignition, air suspension. It's going to cut this dashboard right off. There's a lower brace here that seems like it'll stay in the car pretty easily. So let's get to dissecting with the grinder, pull all that out.
I have a question.
Yes.
So how you just took that out, is that how people kind of dismantle cars so that these, like this void dash that obviously was in something else, so you cut it like that to save it for another build?
Yes, with the highest regard for safety and security. No, I just hacked it out like a caveman.
Did you?
True story. Some of the stuff we didn't get into on the TV show, the firewall was never finished. And I put this cool side mount brake booster, power brakes. Still never hooked up the power to it, but yeah, so it's modern braking, it's upgraded. That's cool. We're gonna get to sit in this dashboard in place. I'll leave these two brackets here for strength. I'm gonna cut that one off for the old cowl vent. We don't need that.
Normally a non-TV Magic car would have a firewall in it. Yeah.
Because the heat from the engine goes right in.
Ah.
So we were rushing. I was like, hey, we can get the shot. Meanwhile, so the exhaust dumps right there too. There's no exhaust straight out the headers. So the exhaust with the Cadillac roof is just coming right in.
So are you going to do an episode on building a firewall? Because I'm fascinated by this, honestly.
So you can see there's currently a fire in the car, but that has nothing to do with the firewall.
There's a little teeny tiny one.
So this is commonly referred to as the transmission tunnel, because the transmission lives in there. But see, we never attached this stuff from the old Cadillac to the newer construction. No floors on that side. You're looking right through the ground. So yeah, we're going to get all that. The thing being with this new fiberglass dashboard is going to screw on. We'll be able to access all this, get the brakes done properly, get in there to do the sheet metal work, and then, yeah, whatever else happens. But the dashboard will be removable so you can get access to all this stuff.
Got it. Where'd you get that round Roussel sign? That's a cool sign.
Yeah, somebody made it a long time ago. Just in the shipping container.
Ah.
So this is the piece we made way back when. Just going to tack this together, top and bottom. We made this out of two pieces just because I was short on material, as usual, out in the desert. All kinds of action going on in the Mojave.
Like, oh my God, I hope they're not coming here.
Somebody smelled the Cadillac. On fire. Just interesting, it's so quiet at both our new house and our old house. Being in a location where there's people, it's like, wow.
It's a little weird.
I'm not going to go overboard on this, or just make it an install. Trying to get the shape symmetrical. Yeah, let's lay this on there and see what we're going to come up with. Oh yeah, that can slide back pretty much into anything we want. So that almost looks like the right height. It might be a little bit too tall. And you just sneak this out like that. Let's put a straight edge on that hood. Get this out of the way for the moment. See why I was at such an impasse without my rubber blocks?
Yeah.
Having a hard time. Put that stuff on everything. Alright, so that's our height of the dashboard. No, look at that. I can put it right there. That's good. But the sides are different. Look how tall this is straight across on top. Cadillac comes down considerably. So we might have to favor the sides and just bring this out a little bit. Set up a couple heights on the sides.
It smells like fall in here. It smells like something is burning out
there. It is.
there.
It's the paper under the dashboard.
Is it that, or
yeah.
maybe?
Unless there's a fire outside, that's what the...
I think there is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that.
Yeah, this was on fire.
Weird. I'm just gonna look outside right
Yeah,
quick.
it could be a brush fire.
That's what it smells like.
Pretty hazy out. Oh yeah, there's a fire out here.
It's not the Cadillac.
All right, so we got these two bars representing our side heights and one representing the center. And yeah, you can see it's gonna have to go down considerably. Might even have to notch for the steering column. Or we cut that. Good old Victor. He knows what he wants. He's gonna get it. It's 3 easy steps.
Is this the thing that used to stress you out with the television show?
Because you had to get it done right now, yeah. Yeah, but definitely looks a lot better. Just how do we get this flat top to match the Cadillac curves? No, it's not that wide. But yeah, it's kind of max right there. I think I'm going to put that sheet metal across the top and then see where we're at. This is a good idea. That one would be better. It's really up on 2 edges. I think I'm going to cut this right through here. Make that turn down to fit the car. I took that top flange off of this. Now we can get a little bit more into shape. Something like that. So let's take a round tube and we'll create this. A support for this. Yeah, I'm hoping to take a round tube and recreate this. Come right into the same line as the Cadillac. Man, I really like to push this here. Maybe I'll just cut that out. Maybe I'll cut this and I'll cut this. And get in with the grinder. Open this center up so we can get another 1/2 inch out of that. Trying to keep some of the structure for the steering wheel holder in place. Maybe I'll just cut this back. Yeah, I'll cut this right to here. That way we can get that cleared out. I cut this off right to the face pretty much, so there's only a little flange revealing. So we can push this as far forward in the car as possible. Yeah, like that. Cool. So now, I'm going to make a round tube. Fortunately, we're not going to have the same V here. So, yeah, that's going to have a little flange on that. Get some round tube and make that happen. These corners are going to be interesting. but I got a bender. We got ways. All right, let's get some round stock. Yeah, already that looks way better. Having those dashboard gauges centered like such. Yeah, that's cool. Let's see if this is flat or curved. Nope, it's got a little curve to it. All right, so let's put this in the ring machine and roll it. You're gonna need about always tight on material, always. Let's do this. Let's see what we can do with the corners here. I got this simple manual bender. Let's see how that lines up with the corners. Yeah, look at the door. That's perfect right there, like that. Boom. All right, so we have that one. I have enough to make one more, so we can play with that on the roller. Get that just right. Starting to use the small pieces. I gotta go to the steel supply. All right, so we got that much for this. Yes. I'll cheat this just a bit right to here. Cut that off and we'll curl that. All right, so we got enough for that other bend, and we'll make the dash top with that. Oh, I want a lot more. Getting close. A little more. I feel like it just... That's it right there. Bada bing. Cool, so that fits that. And those two turns will come in to modify that. Okay. Got this here. Roughly. Bring this forward. Put this on top. Like so. That to rotate right down into that. These corners like that. Centered, that's there. So this tube is hitting right about here. So we're going to keep that symmetrical to this side. Now we need to figure out how does that come up and hit that. Dig it? This is going to get cut there like that. It's going to get chopped there. Let's cut that. What we were talking about. That piece sitting in there, and that coming like that. guesstimation from center right there. Quick idea just to keep things sort of symmetrical. We can tack that. We can cut that. Put some tape on top of these nice fancy gauges. I'm not trying to mess that up. Okay, so yeah, and I'll work on that corner. Wrap all this up. Pull that corner down. Alright, so unfortunately we got this little mix-up right here. That other dashboard is what we set that up for, but I'm not worried about that. We could lay some sheet right in there. Do a couple more tacks with this. Get my welding helmet. Cut a quick piece just to put this in. It's a bit of an afterthought, but not a deal breaker. We'll make it. Someone mentioned me using this as a straight edge, and yeah, fast and easy. Not a perfect straight edge, but it's right there, right now. Need to notch this just a little bit. So we're starting to get some kind of contour around the top. How do we finish this thing off so it looks like a dashboard should? That. So this is definitely going to come off. We cut that out later though. Let's take this. I want to come up with something here. So this is shooting behind the surface. If you look at this, you got that, right? See how far back it is? Mm-hmm. Now that's cool. I love the sculpted idea. But instead of going to the glove box and that border, let me shut the door. Watch yourself for a sec. How far does the door shut?
I'm going to turn the welder off, okay?
Okay. Yeah. I think it would look a lot cleaner if this came and just turned like that. We might need to get some 7/8 tubing or 3/4 to do that because I don't have that. I have the die for it, Oh wait, you can go to Carl's Hardware tomorrow. Let me check this. So it's interesting, I only have this one piece of tube steel. Our local steel supplier is 50 minutes from here. Our hardware store is 5 minutes, but they're closed on Sundays, and it is a Sunday, so welcome to Mojave. I'll put this in the bender and just see. If this is the answer, then I'm going to have to get that tomorrow and wrap this up. I might have to do this with solid round, and I don't have it. So I can see what I want here, but I don't have the material to do it. What I'm imagining is just this. So you need to make this kind of hoop around. I don't have anything that I can bend in that tight of a radius. So I think I'm going to get some material and come in and mimic this. Turn right around to here, and then just sheet that in. That'll be the solve. But I got to get some materials. That's where we're at. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.